In Breath of the Wild, there are 120 shrines located throughout all of Hyrule. 20 of those are the dreaded Test of Strength shrines. Test of Strength shrines are a simple 1v1 versus 1 of 3 type of guardians ranging from minor, modest, and major. These shrines can be roadblocks in casual play if not careful enough, and a huge headache if you don't know how to go about them in a speedrun setting. In this tutorial, I'll be going over each one, going over strategies when fighting the Guardian, or just skipping the Guardian altogether using some cheeky wind bombs. Before I get into things, I will be assuming you know how to wind bomb and clip. If not, I have plenty of tutorials on my YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe and keep up with date. So let's just get to it. Now, if you don't want to go ahead and just skip the Guardian with a wind bomb or anything like that, you can just fight the Guardian head on. In most cases, if you are fighting a minor Guardian, I actually recommend because it's not too slow and you can take them down pretty quickly if you know what you're doing. I could tell you just to fight the Guardian like normal, but there are some pretty nifty strats you can do to make it a little easier on yourself. When walking into the large room, there is a point where you could load the cutscene. Now what's cool about this is that if you perfectly time an ice arrow shot, you can freeze the Guardian as soon as it spawns, giving you an easy combat loop to take the Guardian out fast. A good way to time this is with the pillars. Holding out your bow and walking forward while aiming in the general direction of the Guardian, make your way past the first set of pillars. As soon as Link takes his first step past them, let go of the bow button and you should shoot an arrow perfectly timed so that it freezes the Guardian as soon as it spawns. Now with any weapon, after you freeze the Guardian, run up and run attack it. And as soon as you hit it, pull out your bow and it should jump backwards. Once it does jump back, just go ahead and freeze it again. And this time you could do it again, and in some cases after this, the Guardian might run left or right if you're too close, but if you're just far enough, he should jump back even a third time, giving you the kill on him. Now this might not work 100% of the time, there's variables with the AI, you just have to react to what it does, but most of the time you can get a free frozen ice arrow shot on him if he jumps back. This freeze method works on all 3 types of Guardians, but there are some other methods if you have the supply. For example, a cool way I take out a major Guardian in one of my speedruns is I basically keep firing a 3-shot bow at his eyes, trapping it in a stun lock. He gets hit over and over again, no chance to escape, but there are some times he can get out. As long as you keep shooting with a 3-shot in the eye and getting critical hits, it should be fine. These are a few combat strats you can abuse, but if you're more looking along the lines of skipping these fights entirely, then I know of a few ways. Every Test of Strength shrine is structured the same way. A giant room with an entrance and exit. In the middle is the giant room with pillars and a pad where the Guardian will come up. The way this room works is when Link walks up far enough, it initiates a loading / cutscene trigger for the Guardian to spawn. What if I told you it's possible to skip this loading trigger entirely? That's right, with a well-placed wind bomb you can skip this entire cutscene. When entering the shrine, go to the left or right gate. Now using the little ledge, place a circle bomb in such a way where it basically rests on the side of it. Now after, walk out into the large room and go against the gate where you place the circle bomb. Now do a backflip, and as soon as you see Link go into the arch of his flip, go into bullet time. Now wait until about 33% of the stamina bar runs out and place the square bomb. Then go back to the circle bomb to detonate it. If done correctly, Link will wind bomb across the room past the cutscene trigger, effectively skipping it. Now, a lot of people, including myself, still struggle with this trick. The loading trigger is very weird and sometimes doesn't seem very consistent. A good friend of mine, Swiffy from the Breath of the Wild community, put together a quick picture when trying to do the skip. Now in red, you'll see where it is. It's mostly just in front of those pillars. So if you go around those pillars, you're good. So all you have to do is aim for outside the pillars. So a good way to get the skip consistently is by doing a turn wind bomb, by doing the normal wind bomb inputs and then turning Link at a 20 to 30 degree angle left or right before you detonate the circle bomb. This gives you the perfect height and speed to skip the trigger. Sometimes you will land in the pit where the Guardian is supposed to spawn. If this happens, you're soft locked, so you have to reload and try again. Now once you have skipped it, you will notice there is no way to open the door. You're stuck. Well, not exactly. You have 2 options here. You can do a normal shield clip, or you can pull off an ESC shield clip to clip through the gate or pillar. In most cases, a normal shield clip is the best. The only downside is that every single Test of Strength shrine has a different skew setup. For example, It will sometimes be on the shrine itself, whereas in other areas it could be on a random wall. If you want to look for a specific shield skew setup, I recommend going to the Breath of the Wild speedrunning Discord and ask for whatever setup you need. The link will be in the description. Once you do have the skew setup you need, all you need to do is clip through the pillar, which is like every other shield clip. If you notice Link won't go into the pillar, try different heights and angles to unequip your shield. For example, sometimes a normal shield jump should work, but in some cases a backflip, two-handed sword slash, and a shield clip works instead, because you clipped at a lower point of the pillar. Now once inside, simply do another shield clip and you will go through the wall. Sometimes you can lose skew while inside the pillar, and there is a jank way of getting skew back by going into one of the back corners and neutral shield jumping to get skew. I personally never got this to work, and in the case you do get stuck, I recommend just reloading and trying out the last skew method I know of. Once you come down the elevator, go directly to the back of the shrine. Once here, hold the shield button and jump at the wall to align yourself properly. And on the last one, do a neutral shield jump as soon as you can. Doing this should give you the perfect skew to clip. You can always check to make sure you have the perfect skew, but make sure to get rid of ragdoll state afterwards. If this doesn't work out, you can always try the ESC method, which I'll go over. Now, the ESC method works with every single Test the Strength shrine, since every single one of them are the same on the inside. Once inside, after skipping the fight, line yourself up with the gate next to the exit. Once there, do 2 swinging backflips, and then on the final one, let the slash animation play through. Once it's on the last frames, just do a normal front flip shield jump onto the side of the wall. This should give you the skew you need to perform the ESC, which is just a normal ESC. In some cases, your skew might even be good enough to normally clip through the pillar, like if you got skew outside the shrine. I won't be going over the exact ESC inputs. If you are curious, I did go over them in a different tutorial that is all about ESC, so make sure to go to the top right and click on that if you're interested. Now, many players don't know about this, and I personally just learned about it recently. If you are playing the game with Moonjump, there is a way to skip the shrine that is extremely easy. All you have to do is moonjump to the end of the room, skipping the entire cutscene. Once you are at the end, jump to the second large indent in the wall at the top. Once here, crouch and make your way towards the corner closest to the pillar. Now look behind Link while still holding back and towards the pillar, and look at this part of the shrine. Now, simply go into first person while holding the inputs, and Link should clip through like you do in the Shrine of Resurrection. Very nice for damageless speedruns. If you do fail it and fall down, all you have to do is keep trying over and over again, and eventually you will get it. Now that you do know how to skip Test the Strength shrines, you are another step closer to becoming a god Breath of the Wild player. If you want to see any of my other tutorials, give my channel a peep where I go over most of the major tricks in Breath of the Wild. If you have any other specific questions, make sure to ask them in the comments below, or join the Breath of the Wild speedrunning Discord where others may help you as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like the video because it does support me immensely. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching.